Welcome back to the Secure Act 2.0 video series. The change we're going to be talking about today is the RMD start age change from 72 to age 73 starting in years 2023. Congress passed the Secure Act 2.0 on December 23rd, 2022, changing this age once again. And the reason why it's been confusing is there's been numerous changes to the start ages over the last 3 years. So when you look back, Congress originally passed the original Secure Act 1.0, we'll call it, in 2019. And at that time, the RMD age was 70 and a half. That's when you had to start taking these required minimum distributions. Then with the passing of the Secure Act in 2020, it changed to age 72. And between 2020 and 2022, the start age became 72. But now with the passing of the new Secure Act, it will now get bumped out to age 73 starting in 2023. But the act also includes language that changes the age once again starting in the year 2033, where at that point the RMD start age bumps out to age 75. While that seems like a big hodgepodge of years and ages that you have to remember, here is a nice easy chart that you can determine what your RMD start age is based by your date of birth. So if you look at this chart, if you were born 1950 or earlier, your RMD start age would have been 72. If your date of birth was 1951 to 1959, your RMD start age will be 73. And if you were born in 1960 or later, your RMD start age will be the new 75. Let me just spend a minute on explaining what an RMD is for people that aren't familiar with required minimum distribution. So at a given age, which is now 73, the IRS requires you to start taking small distributions out of your pre-tax retirement accounts each year, whether you need them or not, mainly because you've been accumulating these tax-deferred assets over the years, and eventually the IRS wants you to pay tax on a portion of those balances in those accounts. A question has come up with this new Secure Act moving the age from 72 to 73 because in the first year that you have to take an RMD, you have the option of taking it in that calendar year or delaying it until up till April 1st of the following year. And by delaying it that till the following tax year, that essentially pushes that RMD into the following tax year. But in that second year, you have to take two. So one of the questions that has come up is if you turned 72 in 2022, but you delayed it and haven't taken your RMD yet for 2022 because you wanted to do it in 2023, under the new rules, do you now have to take it? And the answer is yes. Even though you delayed it and pushed it into 2023, it is still an RMD based on the 2022 tax year rules when you were 72. So you still have to do that disbursement even though they changed the RMD age to 73. Overall, we view this change as a good thing because if people don't need the money out of the retirement accounts, why should they be forced to take the monies out? So by this delaying it another year and eventually a few years once we get to 2023, that creates more planning opportunities. For a lot of clients, we'll be doing Roth conversions in the retirement years, pushing money from pre-tax accounts over to Roth accounts, but that creates a taxable event. And if we have these RMDs coming out and creating more taxable income, that can sometimes limit the amount that we're converting to Roth. By pushing that income out even further, it creates additional planning opportunities, like it may reduce the amount of your Medicare premiums, which are income-based. It could reduce the percentage of your Social Security benefit that is taxed. It could make you eligible for tax credits or deductions that you would have phased out at. It could potentially allow you to realize some of your long-term cap gains at a 0% tax rate, or you could continue to keep your pre-tax retirement dollars invested in growing over a longer period of time. We do have additional videos on those planning strategies I just mentioned, and I will list them in the description below. Also with the Secure Act 2.0, there's so many changes that we're releasing the changes in pieces. So make sure you subscribe so we can keep you up to date as we release that new content. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me at moneysmartboard.com. Thank you.